Cheers. You're having my coffee with me this morning, and I am coming to you on another bright and sunny day in South Florida with some great information for how to build your business speaking. I have really enjoyed these last few days. I must excuse myself because in real life, IRL, I am super punctual. Unlike most Latinas, most South Floridians, I really value punctuality. I have not expressed that or been punctual during this series of lives because I know that everyone has so much going on online and in real life at this point, right? We're living the hybrid, that you can watch these on the replay and enjoy them for the next 30 or more days. And so it's been difficult with my current schedule to juggle being here exactly at 9 a.m., but I am leaving these up for you. I highly suggest you grab a notebook and go through them and take notes and reach out to me with your questions, with your comments, put them in the comments of either my personal page, Maritza Coscarelli, or Build Your Business Speaking, which is a place you must, a group, not a place, kind of a virtual place, a group that I encourage you to belong to because there are some incredible speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders in that group. And they have got it going on. Their posts will be of value to you. We are all going to start to gather together there for question and answer sessions and masterminds. So you want to be part of Build Your Business Speaking with moi because things are happening. You know when you feel you're on the precipice of blowing up, of something really amazing happening for you? I live a day at a time, a moment at a time. I like to be in the present. That's where radical joy, peace, and abundance reside, in the present moment. Boom. So that's important. But I also love anticipation, enthusiasm, and foresight, like looking forward to, like, I see it, it's there. You know, they say the light at the end of the tunnel or something. It's not like you're ever going to arrive. I used to talk about how you needed to know that you wanted to go somewhere, figure out where you were going, and then figure out how to get there, right? Logical. But sometimes we don't think about it that simply and logically when it has to do with speaking in public and or building your business. They are both a business, so you can make a stream of income in your business, your talks, your workshops, your speaking, and you can also sell or enroll in your program, in your products, in your services by getting out here. And there are many ways to do that nowadays. It isn't just, you no longer have to rent a venue, produce a live event. Those are great. They're coming back. They're already happening. Ours is coming. I'm so excited, but I can't tease that yet. Anyway, keep your eyes, keep your eyes and ears open for that. So today we are talking about building your personal brand. It's about how you are perceived. Now, everything is opposites, contradictory, a paradox, including all of us very interesting humans, right? And so there is a funny dichotomy, if that's the right word to use, where as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as someone who is highly visible, I can tell you, you must cultivate a tough skin, right? Where the opinions of others that may be less than kind, less than constructive, and not lifting you up sometimes in many ways, don't penetrate you. At the same time, your courage and your confidence has to be, sorry, I forgot to turn that ringer off, has to be, or gets to be, your courage and confidence get to be sprinkled with humility. Because we don't want hubris and self-righteousness to take over, and then we can't connect anymore as real people, heart to heart. So there's like this tightrope act that takes place. I did a talk. I was going to say used to do a talk, but I'm happy to do it if you find me the audience interested in balance schmalance. For a while prior to lockdown and the pandemic, there was a big interest. It was trending, right? This work-life balance. How do I balance my self-care, my personal life, my relationships with my friends and my family and my significant other or partner, my children? Like there's a lot to juggle here. And I called that talk Balance Schmalance. And I digress here, but the thing is that there's a tightrope act between being genuinely confident, speaking your truth, showing up, paying attention to the vibe, the energy in the room, and letting go and surrendering and not being concerned with what others' opinions are of how you look, how you sound, what they enjoy about you, what they don't. At the same time, you are marketing because you are putting out something that serves, helps, educates, empowers, engages, solves a problem for the public. And so if you are choosing to be completely private, then you will build a product and a brand that's really, 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 really strong. And even then, you somehow get to find a way to be the face of the brand because people want real people, real stories, and they want a connection to why they would want to partake with you or with what you've got. And so this idea that you can hide and be successful no longer really works. It hasn't for a really long time. Like I'm thinking as I'm speaking of Steve Jobs. I'm thinking of other entrepreneurs that I know that you may not. Friends that have just released an incredible skincare line. Thank you very much to my friends. Ingredientswellness.com. Finally, a product that's fully transparent and fully clean for men and women to put on their skin, which is the first layer of your immune. It's like the biggest part of your immune system in your body. And the pores are absorbing whatever you put on right into your full system, your physicality, and it affects your health. So they have an amazing product, premise, manifesto, really, for what they are doing in the market, but they will be interviewed, they will be seen. Separating that no longer works. I don't know that it ever did. You know, we used to pay a lot of money for actors, and then we still do in our society, right, to endorse a product, to be the face of the product. But the bottom line is you are your brand. That was a very long way of saying, how do you build your personal brand? And there are pieces to it. And I want you not to, as in all things, ruminate, not to overthink it, but to act upon it. Act upon it today. Again, everything that I'm sharing with you this week, you might be like, yeah, Maritza, I've already done that. And I implore you to have a beginner's mind, to always be willing to revisit, re-edit, reinvent, re-energize yourself, your brand. It's constantly evolving. It's a living thing. You are a living person. It is not something that you do set and done. I mean, even if you look through the years at historic brands, not a soda drinker, but Coca-Cola comes to mind. Kleenex tissues comes to mind. Things that the brand becomes ubiquitous with what the service or the product is, they update, even if it's ever so subtly. If you look at the history of it, they are not remaining just the same because that wouldn't work because people change and we are marketing to different generations, a different way of living, a different way of being. So let's get to the nitty-gritty of the three things I'm going to share with you here. One of the things I commented on is, let's talk about the five senses. People see you in 3 seconds based on how you look. And I know that's pressure for my ladies because it isn't about just being attractive, but it's just a perception of your energy, of what you're wearing, how you choose to present yourself matters. It matters in men and women, right? Now, I'm not telling you not to show up. I do very natural makeup or no makeup often, hair done or not done, workout clothes or a dress. They don't look that different on me. But you decide, right? If it's important for you to get out there immediately on a live, you have an inspiration and you have something important to share in the moment, go for it, right? That's all, it's all fair game nowadays. But as a brand, what colors do you love? Energy is in colors. Personality archetypes are expressed in color. So back to the visual as our first sense, right? And that it takes seconds to feel and perceive a person, a brand, a product, a service. So very early on, I intuitively, instinctively knew, and maybe it's because I've done a lot of self-development. I knew I live at the ocean. Many of you know that. It was a dream that Joe and I had when we were first dating, and now it has come to be. It's not our first time living near it, but our first time living on it. And I'm so grateful for that. And I know for certain that nothing is forever. I may not be here in a year or 10 years, but I enjoy every day that I am here. And so I knew the power of blues in my life, not the blues, but the colors, the hues of blue, particularly royal blue. My bridesmaids were royal blue many, many years ago in my wedding. Turquoise. So I'm using it as an example. And it is a color that elicits peace, and it elicits tranquility, and it elicits happiness. Peace, tranquility, happiness. Those represent me. Those represent what I want for the speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs that I work with. I want abundance, of the water in the world, right? The ocean, the power and energy, how it's ever changing. And some days it's calm and it's still a different life in the deep. And even when it's uproarious and wild and crazy and storms and huge waves, below it is a calm, a core, the core values of my business. So it sounds like a lot to think about, and you're like, Maritza, people don't look at the turquoise and green and blue that you use and wear and think all that, but it doesn't matter. Even in their subconscious, the perception of color has power. My other color is orange, coral, pinkish, peachish, turquoise. Now these are colors that you will find all over my home, my wardrobe, and that wasn't always intentional, it was intuitive. So that's one way to find out if your colors are where you want them now, or if you're ready to make a change, even a gradual or slight change that feels more on brand for you. My coach, one of my coaches that I'm working with now, shared iconicfox.com, and I think it's /brand-archetypes, but even if you just go to Iconic Fox, then you will peruse their really fun website, and you will be able to find ways to identify your archetype and then go maybe with the colors that are suggested there, which is an easy route. But also look around your wardrobe, look around your home, see what you're drawn to on websites and stores, and you will easily find your colors. Check out your own belongings, because you will be like, wow, how was I not like super aware of that? It's all around me. So that is about color. The other thing is about fonts. So my brother-in-law, I'm very fortunate, works a lot as my, well, not a lot, but I send him some work that he is generously doing for me as a graphic artist. And I give him ideas. And so when it comes to the fonts and the logo, we're going to talk about those two next. Fonts are very personal. They're like handwriting. There are fonts that have a more feminine aesthetic. Some are classic, some are modern, some are bold, some are avant-garde and super creative. And you want to familiarize yourself with what they represent, and you also want to feel your own taste, what attracts you, what speaks to you or of you, what looks maybe like your own writing. And you can use your own signature, of course, too. You can go to Canva's font guide and play around there with fonts. You can work with someone like I'm doing, and they will send you the same design in various fonts, and you will be drawn to one. Again, trust your instinct. It's like most things when you answer a thought provoking question, when you choose an article of clothing, when you choose a brand, color, logo, or font, your first choice is probably the most true to you. And it is about trusting yourself. And if you are challenged with that, I'd love to have a conversation about mastering confidence, authentic confidence. It's this idea that we have a feeling about what society expects, and there's a disease of not being enough. And then there's this idea of I am enough, and my version of it is you, my loves, are more than enough. You are marvelous, fascinating, and fabulous as you are right now today. Not when you lose the weight, get the haircut, buy the whatever fancier dress. You are more than enough exactly as you are today. Trust yourself. Trust your own likes and dislikes and taste and attraction to certain things. What did I say? Fonts? Oh, logos. So I have a 3-petal lotus with a circle that's open on both ends. Gerard, my graphic artist, and I played with that for a while, and it has worked for a very long time. He may not listen to this, especially not to this point, I don't think. Maybe not. But I am about to start to create something similar and new. So I'm going to remodel, reinvent, re-edit this logo, but it was very clear at the time. I lead a holistic lifestyle. I initially have expertise in being a holistic coach, a health expert in fitness. I went from former professional ballet and contemporary dancer to fitness expert to lifestyle director of spas and gyms, on and on, the evolution of me leading a healthy lifestyle. I don't keep a specific diet. I don't do a specific workout every single day. It has become a lifestyle of well-being for me. And so that represented, the 3 petals represented mind, body, and soul. I am whole and ever changing. Now, you would never know that, but that meant so much to me to have clarity about what that stands for. I still believe and teach all of that because it makes you a better speaker, a better coach, an entrepreneur when you know that your essence is happy, healthy, sane, and whole, just as you are. What about you? What does your brand really stand for? Go back to the messaging, go back to the statement. And if you're not going through these day by day with me, I would really, really ask you from my heart to take me up on that free call, because we could achieve so much just in the time of a complimentary breakthrough call. We could figure out, I remember Carolina is a fellow coach, now a colleague, mentee of mine, and I remember getting on a call where she was at an impasse about a name and a why in her company. She was in the process. Brilliant, brilliant young woman. Carolina, I love you. I hope you listen to this, and I hope you comment that I sent you so much love, and I'm so excited and proud for your success. And I remember a breakthrough call. I wish we had recorded that. I wonder if you did or we did. And she came up with exactly what her message statement and brand were. And within days, she had created, probably along with her incredible and creative husband, the graphics that went with her company. And I believe she's still using that. So check out Rewire if Carolina is still using that. If not, Carolina Marin, Marin, incredible corporate leadership coach, and in Spanish and English. She does a lot of work in Spanish para mi Latinas and Latinos. She's from Spain, amazing young woman. So so why would we not speak? It costs you nothing but a little bit of time, and it could really make a difference in you building your business speaking. So we've talked about colors, we've talked about fonts, and we've talked about logos. And additionally, you get to work with other people. I am not a graphic artist or a visual artist. It is not in my wheelhouse to create that way. I do have a vision clearly and an aesthetic for what I like. My daughter is an incredible entrepreneur, Instagram influencer, fashion editor, and stylist. And I pride myself in saying openly, I'm a bit of a fashionista. No, not a bit. I really love fashion, and I love styling things and choosing what to wear. And it's part of my brand identity. I think people expect to be interested or captured or captivated by what am I wearing? How does it look on me? Do you love it? Would you never wear it? Is it really bold or fabulous or whatever, right? But it elicits an emotion. That's how I'm going to finish today. People do not buy things, and they do not invest in just people. They invest in how you make them feel. They invest in how they are feeling, how they want to be feeling, how your energy and your vibe affects them. And that is perceived through the five senses. I talked today about the visual sense because I think a lot of building a personal brand is visual. It's about first impressions. It's about being captivating and fascinating. But it elicits emotion. And so take that away. How do you want people to feel when they see you, when they see your company logo? And we'll go into taglines too. We didn't talk about that yet this morning. All I'm going to say about that is that I erred on two things for a while. And when I solved those, things began to change for me and for my business very quickly. I erred on being very intellectual in my head. Even though I'm very heart-centered, I was stuck in my head when it came to the words to express what I do for my clients until I started to inquire and listen to them more. Then the words are starting to change and have changed. The other thing is we want to be too clever. And so we end up not saying what it is we really provide, what solution we have, what our product actually does, and how it makes people feel as a result, how we serve, what it is that you will benefit from listening to me here, from working with me. So when it comes to your tagline, yes, it's fun for it to be memorable. You want everything. As building a business speaking, you want everything to be memorable. It doesn't only matter what happens when you're with the speaker or when you are the speaker, when you're with the audience, but it matters what they will take away and remember, which is very little. So you want it to be something. So if you are providing a particular specific thing to a specific audience, just say it. Just do it. Just say it. I long for you to master authentic confidence and communication that connects and converts. I know because of firsthand experience and watching it in my role models, my coaches, my friends, my mentors, you can and will build your business speaking. Love you so much. Big virtual hugs for everyone on this Thursday, this thriving Thursday. If you are just surviving all that has happened in the last year and you want to join us in thriving, head over to Build Your Business Speaking, schedule a free call with me on my website, mccoaching.life, and know that it will be fun and you will thrive. See you later. Bye, guys.